Okay, I just tried to start a video, but I couldn't figure out how to turn my camera back to me when I first started. Hey, you guys know I am not a real videographer, I guess you would say. And my stuff is just put together haphazardly because it's authentic and real. So we will chalk it up as that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Defining Deborah. I am just looking shiny, forehead looking big, and I got on my Jamaica t-shirt. Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking so shiny. I think my color's trying to come back a little bit, but I'm still burnt from the trip. Anyway, I thought I would come on. One of my subscribers has said, why don't I do a car chat when it was raining? Well, normally I don't go anywhere when it's raining. But today I need to make a quick trip to the grocery store, and it looks like it's going to stop raining now that I've gotten out here. So, you can see by my window that there is some rain, or it was raining. You can see, look at that. Yeah. You could tell that it was raining. So, I am going to just have a little chat with you while I drive to what we call, the grocery store is called Food Lion. I'm not sure if you all have Food Lions anywhere, but yeah, you know, the name of these grocery stores sometimes just trip me out. Food Lion. I have no clue of what that's supposed to mean. And the symbol for the store is a lion. Okay. Oh, these big old puddles. So, look at those clouds. They are looking very angry. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that movie, James and the Giant Peach. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. So, what I wanted to talk about that kind of came to mind for me was the whole situation with Wendy Williams. Now, I'm not, I guess I'm a fan. I don't know if I'm a fan, and I can't say that I'm not a fan. I do periodically watch her because I like to see what she's going to be wearing for the day. And depending on what she's talking about on her show, most of the times I look to see what she's wearing, and then I'll listen to Hot Topics, and then that's it for me. So, yeah. And when she was at home, I noticed that there was a spiraling out of control. I want to say this, because I am a mental health counselor. I fully relate to Wendy as a counselor, but also as a woman. Because I was married for quite a few years, and my ex messed around, and I knew that he was messing around, and then I finally got tired and got off the merry-go-round. And he did make a baby with somebody else while we were married. It was the last one that I just, said, hey, this is too much for me, because it was too much stress on me living with a person that lies, deceives, manipulates, cheats, all that. Yeah. And I guarantee she was going through all that because she knew. And she just assumed this one would be like some of the other ones, But, to have to end a relationship over 20 years that you've been with a person is devastating. There's grieving, it is a major loss, especially when what is the most important to you is your family. Looking at her documentary and just stories about her, one of the things she always wanted was a child with her husband. And, she had lost a baby, but she was able finally to have a son. So she had the family that she wanted. And the success, that was awesome. But what she really wanted was the family. And to her, once, she lost her husband, she pretty much lost a major part of her family. And then when you put substance abuse in there, it just magnifies it, because the thing that happens is you're sad, you're depressed, you're hurt, you're frustrated, you're angry, and then even if you had pulled back on what you were doing, or you had cut out doing certain substances like cocaine, you picked up drinking. And so a person that has an addiction with substances, they will switch. They may say, oh, I don't use heroin anymore, but now I'm using meth. Or, I'm not using crack anymore, but I drink 24 beers in a day. And I believe that the more she sat around, and it looked like Kevin was having such a wonderful time, and that her life, she had the success, but she didn't have the other drapings. She was just sad. And so then all of this is public, even the whole ploy thing about dating with Wendy. I knew darn well she was nowhere in the right state of mind to really be dating. But, it was something to show a good face. It's almost to the point in our society that you're not allowed to be sad or unhappy or frustrated or angry, any of those things, if you have like a show like Wendy's. You always have to be perky and happy, and you can never really show the real side of your life, even though all of that is playing out right in front of people, and we see it. We see it. I mean, how can we not see it? The weight loss. I mean, she wanted to lose weight, but I mean, she was just skin and bones. And for her to be as tall as she is and not have any weight on her, she's very thin. I don't get to make it a judgment call on how Wendy lives her life. I just had an opinion, and that I could relate to the stresses that she's going through right now. But what I can say is that this may be the time for her to end her show. I mean, and do something else that she's been wanting to do. She talked about being a professor. Awesome. Wendy has enough money to last her until she leaves, and she has enough stuff that she got that if she never bought anything else, she'd be okay too. I personally would suggest, that she goes ahead and take this time, because she needs it. Take the time from the spotlight, get the counseling that she needs for the substance abuse and for the loss of her marriage, how she's feeling about where she's at, have time to think about in what direction she wants to go into. I guarantee if she wanted to become a professor in 2023, or start pursuing it in 2022, there would be a university or college that would definitely pick her up, because she has been successful at what she's done. I think she just needs the time, and I don't think she should be rushed. I wish there wasn't such a big monster that's behind her, because see, all these people that are getting paid off of her, now we're looking at, I hadn't anticipated not having a job. The network is looking at, hey, you had a contract for X amount of seasons. I see they're trying to put Nick Cannon in there, and you know what, and he may fare well, but he won't be a Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was the only Wendy Williams, and she will always be the only Wendy Williams, sort of like Oprah. Oprah don't have a talk show no more, but she's very much still in the news when she wants to be. So I think Wendy should take the time to get herself healthy, mentally, physically, and definitely emotionally. I know for me, it took about, 2 years. As time went on, I got much better. I'm great now, but it took time, especially that first year. Oh my goodness. It was up and down, up and down. And it wasn't that I wanted to be in my marriage or that I wanted my ex-husband. It was just the loss of what I thought could have been. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, But the thought that we were going to get old together and sit on the porch and rocking chairs and the grandkids would be over and, doing all the family things and all that kind of stuff. It was just the dream of where and what I thought being married was going to be and how it was going to end. And then also, I think I'm a year or two older than Wendy. So you also look at the fact that you're getting older. Am I a viable woman out here in the dating scene? Of course she is, because she's Wendy Williams, but definitely you don't want somebody to date you just because you're Wendy Williams and they assume that you have money. And also, you don't want somebody to just assume that because you're older, you're more vulnerable. Because, ladies, let me tell you something. Men are a strange breed. They don't look at us like we look at each other and how we look at ourselves. So all the lumps and bumps and rolls and all that stuff that we're concerned about, they are not. And even with me being the age that I am now, I still find that there are men who want to date me. So, if that's what you're concerned about, don't be concerned about it. Get yourself together and start doing what it is that you want to do. And just take the time to get over it. It just takes time. It's going to take time and healing. And so I send my best wishes out to her. If she would have ever asked me for my opinion, I would tell her to take the time to heal. Because that's the most important thing. There will always be somebody to run a talk show. Guaranteed, there are people lining up now as I'm doing this vlog thinking, okay, Wendy's not coming back. Who wants to try to take her place? Because see, now there's no Oprah, there's no Wendy, there's no Donahue, there's no Sally Jesse Raphael, there's no I forgot some of the other ones. There's so many people at one time that had a talk show. But yeah, so there's opportunity out there, but there's also opportunity for Wendy to do whatever it is she wants to do. So yet again, I wish her much luck and much success, and I hope she takes the time to heal, because that's what it takes. Heartbreak and loss, is difficult, because if it was a cut or a bandage, a cut or a sore or something like that, we could put some medication on it or put some medication in you, stitch it up, bandage it up, and at some point it will stop hurting. Well, when you have heartbreak, heart hurt, or a broken heart and all those things, it heals. It just takes a lot longer than a cut ankle or a cut knee or a sore arm takes. We want the process to be speedy. But this is what I kind of realized as I've gotten older. I think the reason why it takes a while for you to get over a heartbreak or for your heart to mend is because it gives you time to reflect on the situation. I think you should always look at what part did I play? What permission did I give the other person for how they treated me? And what permission did they give me in how I treated them? Was it really a successful relationship, or was it that I just didn't want to be by myself? Have we outgrown each other? Are we on different paths? Do we have anything in common? Can I honestly say that I still love this person and want the best for them in this relationship? These are all questions you can think about after the fact, because just like it takes two to make a relationship, it takes two to break one up. So there's not one person that has all the fault and the other person is without fault. Normally there's enough fault to go around for everybody. And so we don't normally take the time to heal and reassess the situation and get ourselves together. We just pack up, move out from one relationship and go dump all our mess into another relationship on somebody else. And it's not healthy, and that's where now the new word is drama. Everybody's bringing drama to the new relationship because you haven't gotten rid of the drama that you was having in the last one. That old saying that the best way to get over somebody is to get under a new person, not true. Not true. All you're doing is trying to fill the void that relationship that is no longer there, and you're missing it. It is much healthier to go through the hurt, the pain, and to see, how you can be healthier in your next relationship, or do better, or make sure you're involved with the right person. Sometimes we just pick people that just are not suitable to us, and we do it because maybe they have money, or they got status, or they're good in bed, or all the drapings that we say we want, and we do it for that, and yet we never really love them, and we really have no interest in them. We just had interest in their stuff. So I am here at the Food Lion. We got a brand new Dollar General. I hear it's got a lot of stuff. I haven't been in there yet. But yeah, and I don't need to go in there because I'm going to spend money that I don't need to spend. I'm going to go into the Food Lion. You see the name up there? And get what I need and come on up out of there. Looks like I'm going to have to park a little far away. All right, peeps. Hope you enjoyed the semi-rainy ride to Food Lion. And I'm going to say bye so I can get me a parking space. Bye. Talk to you guys later. Toodles.